Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we will discuss the basics of Cloud BigQuery. I have divided this video in three different parts. In the first part, we will understand what is Cloud BigQuery. In the next part, I'll walk you through the console of Cloud BigQuery where we will understand the hierarchy of Cloud BigQuery as well. And in the third part, we will do the practical hands-ons on Cloud BigQuery. Now we will discuss the learning objectives of Cloud BigQuery. The first thing is I'll show you how to create dataset and how to create tables as well. While creating tables, we will load data from our local machine and also we will load data from other service inside Google Cloud platform called Cloud Storage Bucket. Once after that is done, we will see how to run analytic queries on top of the data which we loaded inside Cloud BigQuery table. And finally, I'll show you how to create tables using DDL statements. So now we will discuss what is Cloud BigQuery. Cloud BigQuery is the enterprise level data warehouse platform created by Google Cloud, and it is fully managed, serverless, highly scalable and cost effective multi-cloud data warehouse. It is fully managed by Google Cloud and it is serverless, which means the infrastructure is also managed by Google Cloud. As a user, we have to just load the data, run SQL queries, find meaningful insights which will help our business. And it is highly scalable. BigQuery is very effective. It can work effective with 100 rows to millions of records as well. And it is also cost effective multi-cloud data warehouse solution. It is very important service in Google Cloud platform. And if you know SQL, you are already 70 to 80% you are good to work in Cloud BigQuery. So BigQuery was launched by Google in the year 2011 as part of Google Cloud Platform, and it is basically a column level data store. With BigQuery, you can query terabytes of data in seconds and petabyte of data in minutes. That is the power of Cloud BigQuery, and it is mainly used for three different purposes. One is for storage. You can store millions of rows inside Cloud BigQuery, and then you can run analytic queries on top of the stored data where you can find meaningful insights, and it will help in many other use cases like for AI and ML, for dashboards, for reports. And the third thing is administration. With BigQuery, you can do data governance and data security. You can monitor, you can administer the data as well. And BigQuery comes with different interfaces as well. Like you can work with console, you can work with command line tool. For BigQuery, we have a separate command line tool called BQ. And if you're comfortable with programming languages like Python, Java, C Sharp, Go, you can work with that. And also you can work with REST APIs as well. Now we will discuss the features of Cloud BigQuery. It is serverless architecture. And the next one is scalability. And it works with real-time analyticals as well. Like you can work with streaming data also, and you can work with build machine learning as well. Like BigQuery comes with inbuilt machine learning purposes as well. You can create models, you can do predictions, you can work with time series, you can work with regression, classification, all those things, and you can do data security and data governance. And it readily integrates with all the other services of Google. Like let's say if you want to connect with cloud storage, data proc, data flow, Bigtable, you can readily do with Cloud BigQuery. And you can integrate with third-party services like DBT tool, Data IQ. There are a lot of other third-party services where BigQuery readily integrates with it, and you can go pay as you go model. Like whatever the data, whatever you are using, you have to pay only for that particular data. That is how BigQuery pricing is also designed, and we have two different pricing. One is on demand and the next one is flat rate pricing as well. So this is what BigQuery and the features of Cloud BigQuery. Now we will get into the console, and from there we will understand what the console is and how to work with it as well. So this is the Google Cloud console. You can just get into navigation menu, solutions, all products. Under analytics, you will be able to see Cloud BigQuery. Just click on this Cloud BigQuery, and this is the console of Cloud BigQuery. So here you can see SQL query. This is nothing but this is where you will write SQL queries as well. And if you want, you can connect with Python notebook. If you want, you can connect with data canvas, and you can get data from your local, from your Google Drive, from cloud storage bucket, where we'll be seeing this practically as well. And here you can see analysis like BigQuery Studio, data transfer, scheduled queries. If you want, you can schedule your queries. If you want to move data in and inside Google Cloud itself, you can use this Analytics Hub, Data Form, Partner Center, and this is for migration and administration. You can monitor your BigQuery and BI engine. If you want to connect with reports, Looker Studio, dashboards, those things, you can use this BI engine. disaster recovery, and policy tags as well. Like this is where you will be able to encrypt any PII informations as well. And here you can find the release notes of Cloud BigQuery. All the latest release, upcoming releases, you will be able to find it here. So as a data engineer or as a data analyst or a ML engineer, like this is where we will be spending a lot of time. With BigQuery, you can ingest the data, you can do transformations, you can save it, and you can use it for multiple use cases as well. So this is where we will run our queries. So the first thing is we will discuss the hierarchy of Cloud BigQuery. So Cloud BigQuery and cloud storage are different. Like when you compare with other services, like it is served as IaaS. It means infrastructure as a service. So Cloud BigQuery has its own hierarchy. The top of the hierarchy is project ID. So this is the project ID. Here you can see this is the display name of the project. But if you just see here, you will be able to see the project ID. So project ID is always unique. So we have to target using a project ID only. So this is the project ID. Inside the project ID, we'll have data set. Inside data set, we will have tables. Inside tables, this is where you will actually, the data will be present inside the tables, and that is where we will run our jobs, basically SQL queries, executions, all those things you will be able to find it here. And all the job history, you will be able to find it here. This is the personal history and this is the project history as well. So now we will see how to create data set. So first thing is I'm going to load data from my local. So I'm going to create a new data set and I'm going to give dataset ID as demo dataset underscore 001. And the location type can be either regional or multi-region. So I'm going to go with multi-region and enable table expiration. So it means if I give 8 days, after 8 days, all the table will be expired. And under the advanced options, you can use the encryption key, case insensitive. So I'm going to go with all the default values. I'm just going to click on this create dataset. So the dataset has been created, demo dataset underscore 001. So the dataset should be unique. If you see like this name and this name is different, you can find the dataset ID, when it got created, default table expiration, all the details. If you want, you can edit it. If you want, you can create table, like you can give access, views, you can do all the data governance, basically administration. You can do it from here. You can do administration at the project level or at the organization level or at the dataset level or at the table level as well. If you want, you can delete it as well. So now I'm going to create table from local. So you can create table like empty table from Google Cloud Storage. You can upload Drive, Bigtable, S3, Blob Storage. So I'm going to upload and select. I'm going to go to desktop and this is my CSV file. So file format, you can see all the different file formats. Like by default, I'm going with CSV. Project ID, this is my demo dataset and this is my table name. So NYC taxi trips is my table name. And here you can see the table type is native because the data will be actually present inside the cloud Google Cloud BigQuery itself. If the data is present somewhere, then we have another option called external table as well. So we will look into that later part. So you can auto detect the schema or you can edit the schema as well. If you want, you can edit the schema manually as well. But I'll just go with this auto detect option. And partition clustering, we will see it later. And the advanced options, you can find it here the same way, like comma, double quote. Like I'm going with the default values and just click on this create table. So once you create a table, you will be able to see one job. So the job details, user, you can find all the details related to this job. So now here you can find this NYC taxi trips. You can just close this and you can go then the job history and you will be able to find all the job history. So the type is load. We are loading the data inside Cloud BigQuery. So you can just click on this NYC taxi trips and here you can find the schemas. So this is the schema, vendor ID, pickup date time, drop date time. Over here you can find this, then the details as well, like table ID, when it got created, last modified, table expiration. You can find all the details. The number of nodes is 10,000 records and the total logical bytes is 1.23 MB. You can find all the details here. If you want, you can preview the data as well. So whatever the data which we previewed here, right, the same thing you will be able to find it here. Row, vendor ID, pickup date time, all the details you will be able to find it here. So now if you want to run SQL query, you can just click on this new tab and here you can find the details. Select star from this and just execute this and you will be able to find this record. You can find those details. It is just 1.23 MB, right? So it will not cost us lot as well. So when you see, this will be a bit different when you compare it to other cloud providers like we have to always mention what is, like, not always, like project ID is not mandatory, but the data set and the table name is always mandatory. So we have to just execute this, and we have to make sure like the code also it is different, it's not single quotes, it's like another code. You have to make sure of this, and you can just execute this. Here you can see this query will process 1.23 MB when run, and just execute this and you will be able to find it. So we are just ordering it by fair amount. That's it. Like apart from that, we are not doing anything. And now we will discuss some of the use cases of Cloud BigQuery. Real-time analytics dashboards, financial reporting, marketing analysis, and the centralized repository for structured and semi-structured data. And basically, mainly BigQuery is used for storage and analytics purpose. This is what Cloud BigQuery, and this is just a drop in the ocean. Like there is BigQuery is a big ocean. Like if you wanted to explore, there are a lot of things to explore. So that's it, and thank you.